Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dan the Trading Man with a video here going over how to look at daily chart levels and apply them to day trading levels to find a good trade setup and go from there. So today was a kind of a smaller trade. It was day trading, only had one contract on, so nothing too large, but we still managed to do $400 with low risk, high reward, and a good setup using Fibonacci levels. Also applying a longer term setup with a shorter term setup. So this is just to prove to you $400 in the day, one contract. So let's go ahead and get into this one. So this is a 2-year daily chart that we have up right now. And I'll actually just go ahead and pull up some long-term levels that we have. So we have a high to low here, and we hit this 50 a couple times. Finally broke below our low and ended up actually retesting that 50%, which also ran into a 50% retracement to the downside. Hit our target. What do we do next? We draw the next high to low, and we hit a 50% at 54.67 on Friday that we ended up retesting this morning that I was keeping an eye on and kind of anticipated on occurring. So let's go over how I found this setup, what I did to take the setup. It was a short, even though we ended up going higher on the day. So it goes to show that you can trade either way to make money in the markets. So now let's go ahead into a little bit shorter of a time frame, 20-day, 1 hour. Nothing too crazy though. And you'll see that we had the high to low here. I'm gonna get rid of this one. We had the high to low at the 50% level, 54.67, and we tested that on Friday, as you see here, and then we retested it today. So one of the first things I was looking for today was the possibility of having a high to low right here, hitting this 50 and going to its target. Now we never got to that 50% level, so it never really came up. It did happen here though, and I noticed that this wasn't really working. Go to a 15-minute chart now to go even lower in the time frame, and I just noticed, this isn't. We're speeding up and we're not slowing down. We're gonna rip through this level, and I figured we might actually retest and hit our 50% level at 54.67 like we had up on Friday. Now, what I did not think would happen, I did not think we would go above our prior high, and that's what happened here. So we went above our prior high, and I actually went to a smaller time frame here. This is actually a tick chart, so everything is trade based. So this is a 987 tick chart. So every 987 trades, a new candle is formed. And so, notice here we're getting a steady incline. And then I figured we're at highs, we're at a resistance level. I'm going to try to find a short setup that will take me lower. And I figured, you know what? We're taking out some lows in this area. We had a nice move higher, sure. But I noticed that we took out lows. We had one here. We had a little low here. We had some low setups in this area, and I figured 1, 2, and 3 we're breaking right through them. If you look at these high to lows, you'll see that we came pretty close. Went down to our target, taking out these lows here, and I figured, you know what? We might be looking at a high to low retracement to go even lower. And so this is the trade I took. Entered here, and the target was 54.25. I ended up getting out for $400, so I got out after 40 cents or 40 ticks in crude oil. So my entry was actually 54.79, and I got out at 54.39. If we go to the monitor, we can see our trade history. We have two fills. This was a 10-minute trade, by the way, less than 10 minutes by a little bit. 54.79 is the price that we shorted at, and 54.39 is the price that we took our profits at. So $400 in 10 minutes, guys. And the risk is the 50% to the 61.8. We risked a good $100, close to $100 basically, to make 400 risk reward. Risking 1 to make 4, that's really good. You want to try to have at least a 2-to-1 risk reward. You want to risk 1 to make 2 at the minimum. And doing 4-to-1 is really, really good. So that's what helped us have good profits on the day, and the setups were high probability as well. Again, taking out prior lows, drawing our high to low, and we even saw one go to its target, so we had that confidence to take the next one, and then we rode that one lower. Now you might be thinking, okay, but we didn't go any lower. We hit the target, we reversed higher, what happened? So here's what I then found out later in the day. If you go to my Twitter as well, I had some stuff going on in the morning and in the afternoon on oil, and we ended up actually having an extension. So if we go back to an hourly chart, I can pull this up, and you'll see that we had an extension down here. It would have hit off your 38%. If we go up here, bounces off the 38% level, and you'll see that we hit 38, 53, 54 to the tick, guys. It says, the L stands for low. This candle's low is 53, 54 to the tick. We hit the 38, and we've moved up. We have not yet hit the target. The target is 55.77, but we did hit a low to high retracement 50% off of this extension on the day. 54.36 was the 50%. 55.57 is that target, and so that could be a reason why we went higher, bouncing off of that 50% level. Going back to the tick chart, we can see it kind of play off of this area. We have this base here, and then we start to build some higher lows going higher, taking out this prior lower high. So interesting day in crude oil, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But that overall is why I took a short trade in oil, and hopefully this helps you when you're trading. And like I said, $400. Now it's not up because it's past 5. $400 in less than 10 minutes, as we saw on the monitor right here. 40 ticks, $400, one contract. Not a whole lot. Obviously, it would have been nice to have more contracts, but sometimes during the summer months you don't have as much volume, and so it's just it's easier to trade with less. So anyways, hope this helps. Have a good time trading, and I'll see you guys next time.